Enhance your experience by becoming a supporting member. Gain access to unseen videos and video requests. 3-day free trial by visiting zionmembership.com. Chosen ones, empaths, you need to understand what's happening in the spiritual realm with these narcissists that are involved in your life, right? The devil is controlling them. You need to understand, whether you call it the devil, negative forces, negative frequency, negative energy, there is a force, an unseen force behind these narcissists, right? And it all comes down to the fact that you may not, because you're not actively conscious of this, right? But you should incorporate this into your daily life, right? You know, in the spiritual realm, you as a chosen one and an empath that you are since birth, you've been marked as a chosen one. The reason why I address you as chosen ones and empaths is you've been bestowed a blessing to have a pure heart, to radiate with love, to have a beautiful aura, and to be filled with light. You know, you've been this person even before you were actively conscious, even before you went through this narcissistic abusive experience, even before your spiritual awakening. You've had this glow about you. Now, you might not see this glow when you look in the mirror, right? But in the unseen realm, you are glowing very, very brightly, right? So there's decrepit, dusty weirdos, narcissists in this world, right? And other toxic individuals, right? In this world. And they act as a sponge or a vessel to this negative frequency. Call it the devil, call it negative energy, call it negative frequency. They absorb that stream of consciousness. That's what they absorb into them, and they act on this. It's like they're calling. They act upon this. So they have a motive and an agenda when they come across you, even if they're not spiritual, even if they're not consciously thinking this, right? Deep down in the core of their desires and the control that's over them as a human being, you can't even call them human, but, you know, deep down in the core of them, there's an agenda and a motive to dim your light. So they want to disrupt your life. They want to cause as much destruction, as much pain, as much hurt in your life, right? And I'm not, please bear with me, right? I'm not removing the blame from the narcissist, right? You can be subject to negative energy. You can be subject to the devil as well. You can be subject to this negative frequency, whatever you want to call it. You can be subject to this as well, right? But you as a chosen one and an empath that you are, you know, you deflect this negativity. You deflect this, you know, you knock it back. You know, if negativity comes your way, you know, negative frequency, the devil, you know, you push it away, right? These narcissists absorb it and they become conditioned and actually act out in accordance of what the devil's instructions are, right? And that is to cause misery in your life, right? This is fundamentally the reasons behind why you've gone through what you've gone through, you know. This is why there's no saving them. Please press the like and the subscribe button. Help your brother out. It'll take 2 seconds every time. Just like this video showing up for you, help it show up for someone else in the community that it may help. Thank you so much. You know, there's no saving them, you know. They have a motive. They have an agenda. These narcissists involved in your life. They are subject to control, you know, being controlled by the devil, controlled by these negative forces. They're subject to this control, you know, and this is what explains their behavior. You know, this explains their behavior. It's not a personality disorder, you know. Yes, on a scientific level, if you analyze a narcissist, you know, on a psychological level, or a scientific level, yes, it's gonna be classed as a personality disorder, and that's probable, right? It's a probable cause. But if you look deeper beyond the veil and in the spiritual realm, you know, there's stuff that you can't explain about these creatures, right? They blame, you know, there's theories. It's not even a law or a fact, right? There's theories, theoretical, you know, ideologies surrounding around why narcissists are the way they are. And they say it comes down to childhood or neglect or stuff like this, right? And it's like there's so many of even you as chosen ones and empaths that haven't had the best upbringing, that maybe haven't had the best, you know, childhood. You know, you may have gone through your hardships as a child, right? And you didn't turn out this way. And that's why that thesis, you know, this thesis is in psychology saying that narcissists are created through childhood. It just doesn't stick with me. You know, it doesn't stick with me. And it certainly shouldn't stick with you. And, you know, that's what puts a lot of chosen ones and empaths into the vulnerable position of like feeling empathy for them still, like, oh, poor you had a bad childhood, oh, poor you, like. And it's like there's people that have had bad childhoods, right? Abusive things have happened to them, you know, traumatic childhoods, right? And they grow up and they get involved in the community, they give back to the community, they become real pillars in the community against child abuse or against, you know, against whatever happened to them. You know, not all of them turn out to do that, but I'm saying there is some that do that, and there's other ones that go on and become and raise loving families themselves and would never imagine to you know, they give everything to their children that they were denied as a child, you know. So it makes no sense, and it really doesn't stick with why these narcissists function the way they are. You know, realistically, you've got to look at it as what it is. You know, these narcissists are basically controlled by this negative force, the evil, demonic entities, the devil. They are controlled and subject to this control, you know, fundamental control over their everyday dealings. It's not excusing their behavior, right? It's not an excuse, but it's what they've chosen to be, right? And they've basically been chosen by the demonic entities, by the negative frequency, by the devil, to be this individual in the world, to cause terror, to cause destruction, to cause pain, to disrupt your life. They are a chosen one as well, but they're a different form of chosen one to you. You have been chosen by God, by the universe, by your angels, you know. You've been chosen by the positivity out there. They have been chosen by the darkness, you know. You've been chosen to be full of light. They have been chosen to be full of darkness and evil, right? You've been chosen to be full of love, right? So just fundamentally understand the war you have with this individual is a lot deeper, you know? It is a lot deeper, you know? And there's plenty of other ones that will try and come and finish off what the first narcissist started, right? So be careful when you're out there. So anyway, thank you for watching today. Please press the like and the subscribe button. If you'd like to donate to the channel, you don't have to, but if you would like to donate to the channel, you can always find the link in the description box. If you want more information on narcissist content, I've got the main channel. You can find the link for that also in the description box. And there's a couple of things I want to touch on before I draw the video to a close. I've launched a new free community forum on the membership website. It's free and it's open for everyone to use to build, expand and connect with fellow survivors. I'm looking at the longevity of the forum, as I should have created one when I first launched the membership site. I'm also running one-to-one sessions. If you want tailor-made advice or need to shed some light on your issues, you can always reach out. Empath group meeting is coming up on the 28th, and there is a new WhatsApp and Telegram group created for survivors to stay in touch. Lastly, if you want a crisis email support and a plan of action, the links for all I've mentioned are in the description box below. And if you'd like to know more about the devil makes the narcissist obsessively keep watch on you, click this video here. So anyway, I'll be back with another video soon. Peace.